Greetings and welcome to Paint Here Now. I am Will Parody, and today we're continuing our exploration with mixing complementary colors together and white. So, last time we mixed some red and green together and white, and we made some really neat colors and whole wide range of different grays and browns. And I encourage you to go back and take a look if you haven't seen it. And so today we're going to mix blue and orange. So last week we took the complementary colors together, and their colors, one primary color and one secondary color, a warm and a cool, essentially match together. And the pairs are red and green, blue and orange, and and yellow and purple. Red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple. And when you mix those together, you get various, respectively. In this case, we used blue and orange. You get all of these interesting browns and gray colors. I mean, look at this cool range of colors. And we didn't use any white this time, so we get a lot of dark, pure color in here. And if we wanted to use light, make a lighter color, we used water or thinned out paint and just let the lightness of the paper come through to get our lights. So this is what we did last week when we looked at blue and orange. And so today we're going to look at blue and orange, but we're going to add some white. So we're going to see what happens when all of these colors get some white into it and what a real big range of tones and hues we can get out of this. So the paints we're going to be using, we got our ice cube tray that we like to use. We've got some oranges and blues, a couple different oranges, 2, maybe 3 blues. I like to use something like an ice cube tray or a plastic, something reusable material rather than going out and buying pallets. Reuse as much as possible. Brush, I like to use this for this brush here. And this is our our jar of water. And some of the brushes that we might use, this is just a jar like this. This is our acrylic paints, so they're water soluble. They dry pretty fast. They will stain clothing and such, but so be careful and use at your own discretion. And I guess with that being said, we might as well just get right to mixing some blues and some oranges together and see what happens. All right. So what I'll do is I'll start with some orange. That might be a little hair in the paint. Gee, I wonder how that happened. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of orange down in here. All right, we'll wipe it in. Thin it out just a little. All right. A little bit of orange there, okay? So it's a nice basic orange. We have another orange that's a lot brighter. This is an earthy orange, but it's a good orange. And then what we'll do is we'll add some blue to it. We'll add a lighter blue. We'll do the darker next. And we're just going to mix this in like this and get this color. Boom, just like that. And just start with that. And then, because I like to sometimes act like I'm actually painting and not just doing an exercise, I might just put a little bit more in here just for fun. But see, we got this really interesting brownish gray color there. Okay, pretty cool. So what happens when we add some white to it? Now that's really neat, isn't it? It looks very gray here compared to how it's more on the brown side here. Very interesting, but look at that color. What a great color for all kinds of stuff. Stones and rocks and clouds, water. Add a little bit more white in some areas, apparently a little bit more blue. When you add a little bit more like the blue or the cooler color, you'll get it to be a little bit cooler and a little bit more gray. The more orange color or warm color you add, the more it will be brown. But look at this already from adding some blue and orange. Totally unrelated colors. It got this brown, now these grays, and look at how useful those colors can be. So let's add a little bit more white to this. And some really interesting, let's get that green out of here. Bled through on the palette a little, that's all right. Try to keep my trays covered so the paints that I use stay wet. Otherwise, they'll dry up real quick between each time. Look at the cool, really neat range of colors we're getting by adding a little bit of white. Orange and blue. And you see the difference between the slightly warmer and cooler? Look how subtle but awesome that difference is. Up here where it's lighter, look at that. So awesome, so cool. I'm going to do a little bit more orange, I think, in this one. Really nice color. We'll start finding colors that you can use in portraiture or whatnot. Even many colors. Really, you can use any color, but so many variations of people, so many variations of plants, of animals, of nature, and therefore stones, of leaves. There are so many colors, so many colors. So really neat to see the things that we can do. Add just a touch more blue to this, maybe more than a touch, so we'll start there, and then beautiful grays, nice pastel-y grays in here, nice and light, and a little bit more white up in here. It's like a light blue, but it's very subtly, there's orange in there. You can see it's definitely on the gray side, a little bit toned down blue. Big difference. You add some pure on top. Look at the big difference. Big difference in here. Really neat stuff. How it just pops right out because of these grays are brought back some. That's really neat. That's cool. All right, so you get the idea of these different browns and grays we can get here. We're using these different, a medium blue and a good earthy orange. So we're going to add a little bit more of this earthy orange up over here. And then we're going to add some of this darker blue that we have. Where'd it go? Here we go. Mix this in. It's a little thick. Just a little bit of water to thin it out. Oh, beautiful. See the difference between the two, the blue and this different blue and the same orange between what we did over here. Mix it a little bit better. Before and now, see, this is really, that's a little bit bolder, a little bit bluer. That darker blue has got a little bit more power to it, almost a purple in here. Really cool stuff. It happens when we add white. Really, that's neat. That's almost like a pale, like lavendery or lilac-y color maybe. Like, yeah, but you can see that. That's a color in nature. Flowers and such. Especially things back in the distance. What a beautiful color. So what a big difference we have from this orange and blue and this already. Like it goes from brown to purple kind of. It's really neat. So let's add a little bit more of that blue in here. Darken it up a little bit more. Get it a little bit cooler. And bring the gray out in it. Oh, that's going to be awesome. I can already tell. Beautiful. Again, it's still real purpley. That's so neat. So yeah, this darker blue has got a little bit of the warmth on it, I think. A little bit of a kind of a purple tone. If I said it was cooler, I think I meant the other way around. It's a little bit on the warmer side. But it's darker. It's obvious. All right, beautiful. Wonderful colors. Look at the gradients we can get. Just mixing a little bit here and there and the various hues and tones all over the place. Just cool. Just awesome. Look at the difference. Just the subtle gradients. So really neat things we can do with these colors. I'm loving this in here. And yeah, just seen colors like this on the beach big time. Sand and such. Bring a little bit more of that orange out. Nice color. Nice color. Lighten it up a little bit more. Oops, I broke into some green here. That's all right. Dulls it up a little. You can see the difference, subtle, but definitely solid in there. More white. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue to this. Just see what happens. Beautiful. Again, a whole new kind of different colors than what we've had up here. Just exploring, seeing what our colors can do, because we're learning our palettes here. You know, we're learning the different languages of color and how we can incorporate that into, with using our imagination, into the things that we might see every day and the things that we might want to paint. So really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff indeed. So let's, yeah, let's get jiggy. Oh my goodness, that's bright. Oh boy, where are my sunglasses? Let's see. It's just kind of neat to put it around in here. I'm already staying a big time sunset-y kind of scene. I mean, doesn't it, especially when I put these in, it just, to me at least, a lot of the elements that you might associate with this color, like a sunset, really came out with these grays. So you could pull this into a painting, and again, I think next week that's what we'll do. Our next step in this color exercise with the primaries and the complementaries, being mixed together with the white, will be to actually make some kind of a recognizable painting out of it. I think that's what we'll end up doing. But in the meantime, let's add some of this lighter blue to this fluorescent color. Beautiful. Look at that. Awesome gray color right there. Close to brown or umber or something. Anyways, add a little bit more in here, and we get definitely more on the brown side. Really neat, though. And a combination. A little bit more on the blue-green side. Oh, beautiful color. Really nice colors. See this? Subtly a little bit warmer than this. Definitely cooler than that. Throw our white into the mix. That's really bringing the blue out in there. That's incredible. Really awesome gray colors. Oh, beautiful. Add a little extra light and see the gradients. Throw some white down in here. Well, things are still a little bit wet. Just a little touch of water just to help with the blending. Not too much, because we really want to let the white do the lightening in this scenario. Yeah, that's nice. Nice orange. See the difference? See the difference? Really subtle and powerful, but very real. Yeah. Now that's I love this. Just using this pure mix here, but you add a little bit more of the white and just kind of see really nice blue-gray color. Really neat. A little bit more in here, and let's add a little bit of extra orange and a little bit extra blue. Really freshen this up. Again, look at that. Another really good earthy color, beach color, shade color. in a way for some lighter things. Color that can make things go in the distance. Oh, this is really already starting to look and feel like could be a seascape, sunsetty kind of a thing to me, but we might play around a little with it. In the meantime, we're gonna just keep mixing some colors and see what happens. More of the white. Learning the language, having fun, mixing, and where do I go next? Oh, let's try in here, and it's, oh, that looks so cool, and this is what this is about. Exploring color. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new universe. And it doesn't have to be of anything. It doesn't have to have an idea. It doesn't have to have any other purpose than its own existence and your relationship with it. And this is a great way to just see what color can do for its own sake. So let's go again. Let's add some more of this orange and some of our darker and I believe slightly warmer blue. Yeah, look at that. That's all. It's really purple. Add some white just right away just to see. Oh, what a lovely, amazing color. Can you believe that's blue and orange? Not purple? No, that warmth in that blue is really coming out with this orange. So, let's see here. Rich brown. Rich brown color. And then you add the white and you really just, yeah, look at that. It lightens up and just turns to some of these more, I don't know, bodily colors or like lilac-y in a way. Just different pale purpley colors, but still on the brownish side. I want to really bring out some more of the warmth. Even though it's warmer than some of this, it's still on the cool side. There we go. And now I want to bring out more of the cool. Just see the range of things we can get. Oops, that's the wrong color. That's okay. Really nice. Beautiful gray. But let's go back to our original dark. Give it a little bit. Give it a little bit of paint here to work with. Oh, that's nice. See the difference? Still cool, but compared to this, not so much. Really nice range of color. Just awesome. So let's see. Really nice. I like that very pale purpley kind of blue color. And again, when we're mixing these, it doesn't have to be like really perfectly gray and brown. Subtly bringing back the blues or lightening things up, or it's just fine. Tiny little subtle changes of color is what we're looking for. Beautiful. Look, see how that could be like, you know, water and like the sky reflecting, like the orange sky on the water and so on. I mean, just with the imagination, you can bring this out so much more. Now I want to just start mixing a little bit more other types of colors in here. Or going back to our other blue and then this fluorescent orange and then a touch of our darker blue again to mix in with here. And again, you get a new range of hues that you can play around with to get some white to get a huge range of tones. And it just goes on and on. It's so cool. Let me see. I think I might have a third blue. Nice. Get our orange in there. Oh yeah, another nice range of gray. Lilacs, maybe, all kinds of things. And let's add a little bit more of this, of our earthy orange. Some areas here. Nice. And where's that other blue we were using? Very cool grays, very nice stuff. Just allow yourself to be playful with the brush, swoop down, see the neat different types of mixing that can happen. Whoops, touch of paint there. By just letting the brush stroke on the paint and let it not mix all the way, just stroke on the paint. See the different things it can do. Yeah, see? Different things like that. Let the brush really work in there. We're getting close on this as far as having something interesting, something that's really shows a nice range of colors, as well as almost comes together as an abstraction, or the beginnings of, especially with this here, like it's the sun. If we brought out a little bit more of that orange, really pull out the seascapiness in this. But we're not going to do too much of that. Again, we're going to work on that maybe next time, next week, I should say. Our next lesson will involve yellow and purple and white. Just add a little bit more white here and there. And then if we take some of our, more pure colors and add on top and see what happens with a little bit of color mix range, a little bit of this kind of messy blending. It just brings out so much element, so much dynamic, so many different variables for the eye and the story and the piece. Just really, really cool stuff. You could just keep on going and going here. Just a little bit, these bold. Look at that. Look at the neat relationships some of these bolder or pure colors have on the grays that we've mixed. All right, we're looking pretty good on this one. All right, well, there you have it. Here's something. I think I want to put a little bit more white in some, just to give it a lighter tone overall, just a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty light though. But we got a nice range. I mean, we want some darks in here, right? And we definitely want to see what some of those dark and light relationships can do. But we added some white to blue and orange and mixed a bunch of different grays and browns, and this unbelievable, just a couple of colors, and look at this huge range of colors you can get. And just by mixing these colors and experimenting and seeing what we can do, we brought out something that could almost be a painting, like of a sunset seascape or something like that. It's just remarkable the things we can do. And so if we look back at the first one that we did of blue and orange last week, we've got this week, and that was before. So we got some nice lights in here, but look how dark. And then we lightened it up some, and just the different things that we can do. Really cool stuff with those, with adding white. So next time we will do this same exercise, but with purple and yellow. Continue to explore painting and have fun with it, and I hope you continue to do so as well. Express yourself and your own creativity and your own sense of ideas as you let painting lead you to discover new things. So, as always, thank you very, very much for your ear and your time, and keep making art.